Hey, Miss Clay. How you doing? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's. In fact, we have to make 2 more changes to what we've already done. But that's what I want to do is, get that one correct the way we want to do it, and then be able to drop in a different course rather than saying basic ground instructors certification course. You would say private pilot certificate, instrument reading, instrument pilot reading, commercial pilot certificate, and then have a different syllabus. We just give the appendix and say, see syllabus so and so. Yep. So. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. We're doing. Okay. Is mine 2 tones? Because that might be my old version. Well, no. Go with what we had, on our final deal. And then what we should probably start doing is really dating all these. So you'd say PPL, like private pilot license, TCO, 5/17/2016, or something, along the same line. So that, was 3 the last one I put on there? Oh, here. Oh yeah, version 3. Well, on private pilot. No, I think I just sent. I was working on it myself. Okay, great. Well, nothing's been ever revised. So this would be number 2 for private, instrument, and commercial. And yeah, so everything would be version 2. And then none of what we have done before had a revision control page or the list of affected pages to it. So we would add those, and then basically the boilerplate that we've designed for who, where, all this other stuff. The last thing we did was a basic ground instructor, so they didn't include any flying. So I'll have to get the verbiage for you when it says aircraft, flight instructors can do this. Maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, put them in the first 2. That's where they want everything, so that they can look at it right away and see what's been changed, or see what things are at. I didn't really get what you said. I heard Nicholas. Oh, okay. Yep. Right. Okay. That. Yeah, because like under, when I'm looking at it, is under page 7. You have chief flight instructor, and then you've got assistant chief, which is fine. And then you have flight instructors. And then I could have a list of all my flight instructors that you could add right to the middle of that. No, I'm just looking at the ground school one that we just did. Okay, that's PPC. Oh, PP. Yeah, certificate. Okay. Well, yeah, what I want to do is I want to make the private instrument, I want to make everything look the same so that we can really figure out, this is our TCO, this is the school's TCO, and then we add a new class or course, we add it, and then we figure out, what things we have to add, and then we just adjust specifically just for that course. I don't know. This whole thing's, it's lasted 2.5 years, and now it's about ready to come to an end. I'm trying to do a course today at 2 o'clock. Sue's going to show up. The feds are supposed to, sit in, watch us do our instruction, etc. Gosh, just got to put myself. Yeah. So, but anyway, I think let's just start with PPL, and so use the current version of what we have. Maybe just copy and paste, I guess, or whatever it takes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. The two things are: one, verify all data in the table of contents is correct. So I think what I did, I think it was my fault. I think somewhere along the lines I said, you know what, you should take that space out because it's too far away, or add it. And when I did that, I think something clicked and went to the next page. Okay. The other thing is the graduation procedure states completion of stage checks and end of course exams. This should Well, straight, hear this out. We already fixed this. I know we did. Because it says the next sentence is, we should specify successful completion or that students pass all stage checks and then, of course, the exams. I know. And it's like, I don't know. Right. Yeah. In your exams, because there's two different, there's actually two different tests the person can take within this. So, yeah. What I'm saying is that there's one of the, through the information that we present, the first thing you do is what is called FOI, which is Fundamentals of Instruction. That's like a teaching certificate. So that has a separate written test. It has one, it's only one stage long, but it has one stage test and one end of course test. Whereas the other one is a BGI, which is basic ground instructor. And that has two stage um, tests and one end of course test. But right, yeah. Okay, because the other thing I was just wondering is if we just need to say successful completion. Let me read it again. Graduation procedure states quote unquote completion of stage checks and end of course exams. This should specify successful completion. Or that students pass all stage check and end of course exams. Either way, we just need to say that they successfully complete. Okay, just to remember, right? Here, as I remember when we were supposed to take out the other instructors, you know what they said to me after we're done? Well, the only instructors you listed in the TCO were your chief and the assistant chief, so they're the only ones that can teach the course. It's like, wow, guys, unbelievable. Mm. Well, right. Yep. And that's like that. The one that had everybody signed off. That was in conjunction with my other one. My other one listed not only their name but their CFI number, which is good, and their medical number. So those are kind of their two identifying numbers that I always have to. Right. No. I'm just saying I can't use anybody else unless I make an amendment, which they won't. They won't amend anything. The gal that I'm dealing with is off on a 10-day thing, I think, right now. I actually just sent her a letter, um, and I had it's kind of $100 thing I pay for a year for legal representation from, you know, any aviation related thing. Yeah, because I'm part of this huge association. Anyway, so I get this guy's, you know, and I'm thinking, do I want to do this? You know, this is the last ditch effort. This is the only way, you know. And what the bottom line is, there's so much information that's not in the file that I've been adding, you know. And it's like, okay, nothing's perfect, nothing's right, but what I realized is you didn't have a file on me at all. And so I'm trying to justify the fact that, yeah, I know this thing is expiring at the end of May, but when did it ever really begin? So I reached out to this guy, and he's here's just one of the things. Over the past 10 years, Mr. Winton has successfully defended more cases against the than any other individual lawyer or law firm, repeatedly resulting in receipt of attorney's fees from the FAA, including the largest single award to date. And so, because I'm not a man of many dollars, I said, because I did get him on the phone, he was taking off, Friday he was on some boat, going from one side of DC to another, and I said, I tried to paraphrase as much as I could, and I could hear people behind him. It's like, he was on a bus, and he says, well, the first thing you can do is order a, it's a, FOI, Freedom of Information Act. So by law, they have to list what they have on it. And what I did is I put a link, how you would, write your letter. Because remember how snaky she was about having a letterhead letter on it. So I write this letter, and I include my two CFIs, my chief and my associate. That's what she wanted. So I was replying to that, and I put in the PS, and usually the PS is the zinger, right? I said, by the way, I got to say, I've been talking to other individuals that have entities around this part of the state, and everybody's, in consensus the fact that you're going to go overboard, and the fact that I keep having to find stuff to get to you, to add to my file, and things like that, and the fact that there's required signatures that have never been, following. My only recourse, based on counsel's advice, is to basically start the investigation process, by doing this file search, basically. So when I with this, when I said legal counsel, I just use that word. I made a highlight, and did a link to that page that has this on it, by the litigation nothing. So hopefully they look at that like, holy shit. So hopefully, it just cost me $100 or whatever I paid for it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't ask anything else at all. I know the guy that referred me says, well, it's going to cost you $5,000 after that. And I'm like, well, okay, that's not an option. So that's next. Right. So, I'll be interested to find out in the next 45 minutes if folks that are going to be visiting me have any knowledge of it. So, I was just trying to do that. All right. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Is that good? Okay, good. Well, I think, I don't know. I guess I look at myself and I made it through it. I was all public school the whole way. In fact, I went to really crappy schools like Washington, D.C. Crappy in the sense that students didn't care, that teachers really, they were combatant. For 2.5 years, I didn't study hardly at all. I went to Washington, D.C. It was like my 7th grade class is just as smart as my 9th grade there. And, but, I don't know. I guess, is there anything for ADD kids that's put on through the school system at all? Really? I mean, my understanding was that the teacher spots that kind of behavior, which is pretty typical for any kid. Just the antsiness of sitting around. It seemed like I always remember that, because the kids all of a sudden got on Ritalin or medication or whatever, and all of a sudden they got federal funds increased because of kids that were on this stuff. Right. Yeah, and they're saying, well, we can't afford to lose it. Seriously, we can't afford to lose it. Yeah, right. Well, without one student, they won't have that income, which, um, it's called what is it called? Oh, it is a grant. Right. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, do you ever do focus factor? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, I know. So have I. I mean, I actually took one before I came out here just to, appear really smart. No, but for me anyway, I think it boils down, and I'm not, I don't run my life the way I probably should to get better results. I mean, it's about making the lists. It's about keeping, on track. Kind of keeping up to tempo where things are at. We can always really be good at starting stuff, but it's really hard to finish. So, you know, the faster we can eliminate that void of time in between, keep an eye on it. I mean that I know what is it called? Hang on, it's on my phone. It's called I don't know. It's just a simple app that you write down what you're grateful for or what you're happy that you accomplished today. And this guy, over the years, he's dealt with his ADD. I mean, I listened to their podcast. It's called 10 Times Talk because he's all about working with wealthy entrepreneurs that have their own businesses, and his group is making over 250 a year or 150 a year, depending on which group you want to be in. And he understands the ADD thing. Everybody's a big advocate of that. Um, Whatever the ADD guy, I think I brought a book over or something about it. But I know um, they used the tools, available. And it's, I can't remember the name of this app. It's like Strike. Not Strike. It's kind of like Attaboy. But the idea is that I keep the positive things moving forward, and I look back and says, okay, what did I do that worked good yesterday? And I accomplish that. And I think the idea is by number one, doing the work, or it's really 5 minutes, like it's not much. But the idea that the next day, if you wake up and listen to someone on your app, or your phone app, they may say, um, "What do you look like?" Maybe today's another great. It's, I don't know. It's just kind of a positive thing. Um, yeah, well, it's more like really I don't know. It's almost, yeah, in the sense that they're not like Eric Smalley or Paul Smalley or whoever the guy was on Saturday Night. I did him one time in school, in seventh grade Sunday school. We were talking about relationships, but it wasn't so touchy feely. It was more about congratulations, you're doing a good job. You're right on track. You know, kind of like my own personal mentor that's on my shoulder. It's not reading to me, but it's encouraging me to keep moving forward. So I don't know. Is it Ed or Ned Hollowell? Is that guy's name? I'll see if there's anything on child. He's what, 8, 10? Well, I'll see what I can find. If there's anything that he focuses on, because I know, he definitely works with adults. My only issue with psychiatrists is that they make money by selling drugs, and I just I don't know. I'm just trying to stay away from all that. I mean, I have to for my job. But the other side is I can learn to cope with that without a medication. Um, it's like my 80-year-old dad. I bring him in for a small blood test, and he says, "Well, I'm pre-diabetes, so they're gonna probably put me on an oral. Probably work my way into a shot every day." Everybody around the nursing home is on some sort of he's got a shoebox full of medication. But here when I'm driving him back out to Brandon, he goes, "Oh man, can you bring me over to McDonald's? I just want that one sausage biscuit. No cheese, no egg, just sausage." So I write an email to my brother and sisters. I say, "Okay, you know, my sister used to have a weight loss, business. You eat good stuff, good combination of things, good vitamins and stuff like that. You're gonna feel better. Lose weight, you feel better." And I realized, because I used to sell some of that stuff myself, where a low glycemic index doesn't have you going up and down, the charts from breakfast to lunch to dinner, and it's more to feel, which the person on diabetic medication or it's in that situation really needs to focus on being able to do that. Whereas before, he didn't really do it for how things worked out. But my brother was the only one that emailed back because my sisters are both really big time enablers. They don't want to rock the boat. One's a nurse that's my dad's right hand. The other one is his oldest daughter, who is, got 8 grandkids and 4 kids, and she's always been a stay-at-home mom. And she just makes sure everybody gets what they need. So she's never gonna, you know, throw him under the bus, if you will, even though it's for his own good. So the consensus was, at least with my brother, which I kind of figured it would be, was let him do whatever he wants. So, but your son's totally different. I mean, he's a situation where if he can learn to build, I mean, if he can, is he grasping what he's trying to do? Does he understand it? Yeah. I mean, is he physically, does he have to kind of set things up at all for his day? Okay. Right. Huh. Well, right. Free to do whatever he wants. You know? Well, hey, I pretty good. I got some kind of too to drive later, so. uh, Okay, perfect. You think you could do a year's? I mean, I've done most of all my just to balance my checkbook for my company. QuickBooks. Okay. All right. Okay. In fact, I got it most of it done, I think, but I have to look at it. Just double check. All right. I know. That's what I was looking for. All right. Okay. Sounds great. We'll talk to you soon. Yep. Bye.